Thank you for joining the Farm Family Nation. This will be the first in many videos that we're going to be talking about Farm Simulator 2022. In this first installment, or first episode, whichever way you want to look at it, we're going to be looking at some of the things that you will want to do before you start learning this game. And the first thing would be about downloadable content. Downloadable content can be found right on the main menu, and you select download all content. From the map, the first thing that you will want to install will be government subsidy. You can find this down in the generator section and all the way at the far bottom. And anytime you go to install a mod, all you have to do is click on it and it will tell you about that mod and show you some screenshots about it. With government subsidy, it will provide you with income after every hour throughout the day. The subsidized by local municipality will give you $8,400 a day, and the government subsidized will give you $8,400,000 a day. So depending on how much extra income you want to start out with, that will determine which one of them that you choose. And once we get into the game, I'll show you where to find them. The first map that we're going to start on is with Elm Creek, but whenever you start this game, you're going to have empty game slots, but because I have 5 games already previously played, I have them for several different maps. So in this case, I'm going to choose an empty slot. And then, yeah, you're going to be given an option to choose from the different type of career modes. The new farmer will give you a bunch of different equipment, and they'll give you purchase property. It makes it easy because it gives you all the stuff up front, but it will only give you $100,000 in starting cash. Now, when you go to Farm Manager, you're going to start out with $1.5 million, and you're going to choose what equipment you want to buy, what property you want to buy. When you start from scratch, you're going to start with $500,000 and absolutely nothing at all. So you're going to start at a lower amount of money, and you're going to also have no property. So in this case, we're going to start with new farmer. And then we're going to choose Elm Creek. And once you select your map, it's going to show you all the mods that you have installed. In this case, I have a whole bunch of them, but what you want to make sure you select is, if you look on the bottom, you have the option for Y, which will deselect all. When you deselect all, it'll obviously unselect them. But when you hit select all, it'll select every mod that you have installed. And if you know what to do and you hit the downloadable content and you select the government subsidy, that would be one of the ones that have been checked. And then once you have everything picked, you click on start. And then this will start up your first map. And one thing that I haven't mentioned during the introduction here is everything that I will be talking about will be on the Xbox Series X, or basically anything that is on the Xbox platform, but all of them will also apply to every other platform. But if you're playing this on PC, you're going to have a lot more mods that we don't have on consoles. And as soon as this is done loading, all you do is hit A to start, and then you'll be presented with the options to create your avatar of the person that you're going to have as your farmer, and these you can change at any time. So I'm just going to go with the basic. This is what I always use. And if you do Elm Creek, it will give you a short guide if you choose to go through, but this time I'm going to choose no. Now when you walk out here and look around, you have no clue what property you have. So the first thing I suggest you do is click on your menu button and then hit your right bumper and go down to farmland. All the areas that are going to be highlighted in blue are currently what you own. And then if you hit B to escape out of that, now you can see the property that you own right here. It's right outside your front door. So on Elm Creek, there are going to be several tractors and pieces of equipment, and you can take a look at them with your menu button also. But if you scroll up the little garage here, it'll show you all the owned items, and then the item and the key below that will show you all the leased items. Up here we can see the medium tractors, so you can see here that we have 3 tractors that we can choose from to use, and all of them are out in the property, and they're actually set up that you can start working the land that you owned. And then you have harvester, car, trailer, and headers and cultivators and seeders and header trailers and all the stuff that we're going to talk about over the course of all these videos. But the very first thing that we're going to do here is talk about cultivating. On your controller, if you push left or right on the D-pad, it'll cycle through all of the vehicles that you have available to you. In this case right here is the first truck. Here's the Matthew Ferguson tractor. And here's one of the John Deere tractors, which are sitting right in front of one of the seeders. But this is the one that we want, the EG39. So what you can do, this is actually a John Deere tractor, and we're going to hook up to the EG39, which is this cultivator right here. To do that, you can see at the bottom of the screen it says press A. So you just press A and you attach it to your cultivator. And then when you move forward, if you look up in the top left hand corner, that'll give you all the button options that you can use. So when you press A is attached, if you want to hire an AI worker, you can do that. And you just move forward onto the field, and then you can, but for some reason this does not like to do it. So what we're going to end up doing here is just doing everything manually by hand. So if you press the left button, you can lower the cultivator, and you can see that I just lowered it. So now all we're going to do is just drive forward, and as we drive forward, you can see the cultivator is cultivating the land. And what we're going to look at next is on the selection menu. On the left hand side, you can see a breakout of all the fields and all the production facilities and everything that you can find on this map. We are right here in the middle, and everything is color coded here according to the crop type. And what we currently own is 44, 45, and 46. 44 and 45 currently have wheat in them, or at one point in time had wheat in them, and 46 currently has nothing. So 44 is where we're at right now, and you can see as we just cultivated that first line, it had kind of turned everything gray, just like in number 46. So we're going to continue to harvest on, or more like cultivate on field 44. So all you have to do is once you get to the end of the field, you pick up the cultivator. And you do that by pressing the left button along with B. But what I ended up doing is running over my weight. I don't often use the weights, but you can if you choose to. Now all you have to do is just line up with your previous cultivation line, and you just pull off and you follow your line, and you do this throughout the entire field. When you start out in Elm Creek, the fields that you have are relatively small compared to those that are around the map. So this shouldn't take you too long to cultivate. When you initially also start this game, you do have to watch that you don't run over fresh crop, so you can actually damage that. So if I were to take this tractor over there to the wheat field, right between the silo and the barn, and drive over it, you could actually ruin it and you won't be able to harvest it. Now that I missed this little section, I'm just gonna roll on over there and try to fix it. If you're anything like me, I hate to miss any little section here. And when you're doing stuff like this, you can see what section you've missed. If I miss something, I have to go back and redo it. Now, as we're driving along here, you can see rocks and everything forming where we just freshly cultivated. Whenever you plow or cultivate, it's going to create rocks. So we're gonna finish up doing this, and then I will talk about what we can do to fix the rock problem. And all of these help, everything that you do here helps in generating income for your property. But we also can't forget about the subsidized income, or the government subsidy that the mod that we add in. So as soon as we're done cultivating this field, I'll show you how to add that. This won't take too long to finish this off. You can see that we're almost done here. Now that we have the field completed, I'm just gonna go up here and we're gonna drop off the cultivator. And then normally what I do is just drop the equipment, and then we can detach from it just by pressing A, and then we can pull away from it. So now that we've completed cultivating that field, we can hit select option, and we can go down to the others menu. Here we select construction. And then we select over here the production, and press down once, and then we want to go over to generators. And then you just have to press down one more time, and then go all the way over to the far right hand side, and you have the two options for the government subsidy. First one, as you see on the right hand side, says $8,400 a month, and the other one is $8,400,000 a month. So in this case, all we have to do is just press A and select whichever one that you want. I'm going to take the government subsidy, and then you can just go and place it anywhere on your property. I'm going to spin it around, stick it over here by this building. And you can really place as many of these as you want, but I'm just going to place 4. And that's just going to give you a ton of money. And I believe that's where we're going to end with this particular video. But stay tuned for the next video, and we will continue working on this farm, and we'll see what becomes of that first government subsidy. Thank you for stopping by and continue to watch our videos. Subscribe and like. Have a great day.